Hello, and welcome back to the Elemental I Ching. And so today we're drinking in GK1, the first hexagram, the creative heaven that moves from the shadow of entropy to the gift of freshness, to the city of beauty. And I'm really excited for this turn of the Bagua wheel, of the elemental wheel. We've been in this several week cycle of the gentle wind, of the gentle wood. And now we're switching the bottom hexagram for the next 8 keys. They're all the creative heaven. And bringing that creative heaven into the body. Embodied insights, embodied illuminated wisdom, embodied enlightened mind right in the soft open belly, and our pure actions that emerge from that deep receptivity, the creative influence of life, the pure yang, the dragon energy that rises by being completely fresh in each and every moment, bringing that light of consciousness right here, right into this present moment. That's the power of the creative heaven. Or as my Qigong teacher says, the heaven is always in motion. Heaven is always in motion. This is one of the Bagua Qigong wisdoms that I received from my teacher Ryan. And listening to that, I mean, even on a quantum physics level, every particle is vibrating, right? Everything is orbiting itself. Even as the Earth through the cosmos is this constant orbiting and spiraling of itself, heaven is constantly in motion. And it's paired with that deep yen, that full receptive yen, the deep earth, the deepest receiving, the yielding, and they must work together for balance, right? Creativity emerges from a willingness to sit long enough with the uncomfortable sensations of life, until the natural yang, the true yang, arises out of that deep listening, out of that deep being. And that's the real dragon that has the courage to rise out of that depths, to rise out of that numbness. Not as forcing the numbness away, right? We can get frenetic and hectic and manic, and we try to get out of our numbness, get out of our numb heart and force creativity. And how often does that really work, right? I mean, there's a catharsis to the art process, but it's really through freshness. It's by being consistently fresh with the moment, including those times when I feel empty, when the entropy, the unhappiness, the melancholy of life. I was going to do this video outside in the fall leaves, and it's just so cold. I was just like, no, and it just didn't make me feel happy. But the fall colors, this fall leaves, they are perfect, in time with this energy of death, this energy of decay, of entropy, of all the forces of life in that death process, and that empty, nothing, gray sky, cold, gray time here in Portland. But what a profound time for creativity. And not just creativity in the word of, as artistic mediums, right? Like painting or music or videos. But creativity as life force, as bringing the fresh vitality of our consciousness aware and awake in this moment. So the other reason why, how I ended up here in this Merkaba, is this is an altar that we created for dear brother Josiah. We just celebrated his memorial 2 nights ago, and this amazing man and this angelic light being, of course, watching over me as well, and it was a profound memorial because we got to experience stories of his light, and he's a great example, an embodied example in my life of a profound being who worked with lymphoma in his life, suffering, and used suffering as a tool for greater healing, and worked every day to bring healing to others. And at peaks of his life, he was a brilliant healer. I mean, he's always been a brilliant healer. Even in the depths of his pain, he was able to be in service to others. Heaven was always in motion with him. And he transmitted light with his hands. He transmitted life with his laugh, with his joy, with his circus, with his art, with all this art that's literally hanging around me. You know, and he left this world, this physical body, through a motorcycle accident. He fully flying in the thing that he loved, something in an experience that he loved. And we kept drawing on this gem of throughout the memorial of the remembrance, and death does this for us. It reminds us our mortality and the remembrance to live fully, to take on this incredible opportunity that is this gift of life, that every breath is a sacred offering. Even in our deepest suffering, even in our greatest challenge and pain, it's life. You know, take honor of the fact that we have breath to give each other right now. And those mundane issues start to seem a lot less important when you face the death portal, when you face the reflection of your own mortality or of your loved one's mortality or of life's, the creative heaven is time. And time includes change. And time includes death and rebirth and life. And life is all of those things, right? It isn't just birth or death. It's all of that cycle. It's constantly moving. It's constantly changing and bringing that freshness right to the threshold, to that event horizon where the unified consciousness, the full yin, is experiencing itself here and now in this field. And to bridge that world is art. That is our life as art. To sing, to play, to dance, to paint, those are fantastic colors that are available to us. But our life, the way that we walk, the way that we move, this is our artistic offering back to the infinite source that has given us this opportunity to live. All in reciprocity, for the light of creation to experience itself. Yeah, and that for me is the essence that we're going to be taking into this next few week cycles. I mean, we're right here in Scorpio, and in the northern hemisphere, especially in the northwest, that's dark, cold, the beginnings of the fall, the middle of fall and beginnings of winter, and just feeling that cave of the deep innards, the deep yen. And that's the most perfect time to cultivate energy, to cultivate our gifts, to cultivate in Qigong or yoga, to cultivate in prayer, to cultivate in art, and living life fully, including the melancholy, including the sadness, and the emptiness. Emptiness is a profound state. I'm so grateful in my life. I've been finding emptiness, this neutrality, this stillness that doesn't actually need anything at the moment. And I can just, as a good generator should, I can wait and respond to life and feel genuine joy. But it's not like the elated, ecstatic joy that we sometimes put that word on that feeling. It's a natural happiness that doesn't really need anything in the moment. An emptiness, a pause. So the art of life, it's the full spectrum. Sometimes it's the rapturous longing, right? That Sufi love for the beloved that calls out this epic poetry or this deep, profound alchemical painting. And sometimes it's the softest way that we just walk through the kitchen to make our bagel in the morning. It's just turning on the light, or lighting a candle for a dear loved one. It's in the way that we arrange the altar of our house, of the way we live, keeping everything in motion, constantly bringing that mindful attention, that freshness back into this moment, breathing the power of freshness into each moment, and being with what is as it's becoming, but constantly moving. I adore freshness. Freshness is my new mantra. Freshness is the aspirant light that I'm going to harness. So last little slide here is this is a masterpiece by our dear brother Eric Nez, who lives and plays here at Wonderland, and this is a Jinki painting that he actually created for this work, and we're creating a video currently. Hello, Pleiades. We're creating a video to describe and show all the all the painting time lapse that we have and interviews and things like that. But I just wanted to drink this in as the final Life is Art piece, because this piece, it moves from that deep muck of entropy through the freshness and into that eternal glistening beauty. And every ounce of the ritual that painted this transmission piece was the living embodiment of this work. To sit in the nothingness, to sit on a blank canvas for months in the depths of the numbness until freshness naturally emerges. That courage to have love and compassion amidst that empty waiting, amidst that depth of the death portal, amidst that riding that edge of the liminal space, and continuing to focus and harness the light of freshness into that liminal space, where even the depths of the muck of the swamp become beauty, become beautiful reminders of the colors, of the spectrum of sensation that's available to us in every moment. That is real beauty. That is real creativity. It doesn't waste a single drop of the paint of life. It doesn't waste a single sensation as another clue to that this world truly is beautiful, to see the beauty in ugliness, to see the beauty in pain, to see the grace in suffering. You know, this energy is here to remind us that we are a part of a grand symphony, and to bring that fresh consciousness there. Also, as my dear brother Eric taught me about art, if art doesn't trigger you, whether it's a sensation of grace and beauty or a sensation of pain and challenge, you know, that's one of its real harnessing gems of the art spirit. It is here to awaken the fresh moment. We do this in our music, we do this in the way that we hold retreats, we do this in our sessions, and we do this in our life. So thank you for this opportunity to awaken that freshness, offer that blossoming bloom of the beauty of who you are into your life, into our life, and share in that beauty together. Many blessings.